What up, spiritual family, and welcome to Mount Fitness MBS Ministry Institute, where I'm your host, Brother Minister Mongoose, and where this ministry is committed to those who have a clean heart. In particular, those who have a clean heart and are amongst this group that the good book refers to as the have-nots, the downtrodden, the misunderstood, those who have been excommunicated, those who are just misfits, those who are sick, those who are educationally challenged, those who are financially challenged, those who have made mistakes, those who may still be making mistakes, but have not surrendered their soul. They have not given up their faith. The fact that you're still going through, keeping the faith that He will guide you to, this ministry is expressly for you. So if you're hurting, if you've made mistakes, if it seems like the whole world against you, if you're dealing with some of the things that today's topic is about, the medical report wasn't good, whatever the case may be, but you're still hoping on, you're still battling, you're still keeping the faith, welcome home. For those of you who are my spiritual brothers and sisters that have clean hearts, and maybe you're not suffering from some of these most, trying or egregious type of challenges, then I challenge you to give back. I challenge you to go out and be the blessing that He has blessed you to be. Finances, resources, time, energy, knowledge, compassion. I challenge you to give back. And to my brothers and sisters out there who are facing some of these egregious challenges, there's still a silver lining within that. There's something that you have that society needs, that those who are clean-hearted and are struggling in their own separate ways. Maybe you're not struggling in some of their ways. Maybe they're not struggling in some of the ways that you're struggling. But if you have something that's beneficial to them, please share it to all of your clean-hearted family members. You may be strong in this area. They may be weak in that area. Share that. You may be weak in this area. They may be strong in that area. They should share that with you. That's what this ministry is all about, guys. Now, if you haven't watched chapter 1 and 2, please do so. It'll bring you up to speed. We're talking about the betrayal by friends and family that the clean-hearted have to go through. Not every single one has to go through the true breath of the fire of it all. But if you are truly a clean-hearted, you are going to have to deal with some kind of betrayal. And again, oftentimes it is going to come from your closest and dearest friends and your most loving, so-called loving family members. At the end of chapter 2, I talked about how their karma is upon them. It's upon them whether they are experiencing it today, tomorrow, yesterday, next year, 5 years from now. There is absolutely no escaping that. I also mentioned at the end of chapter 2. This is chapter 3. But I also mentioned that we're in this divine season to where you just have to release them into the life that they are committed to living, and releasing them unto God. Pray for them. Let them go. It doesn't mean you stop caring. Doesn't mean you stop praying for them. Doesn't mean you stop wanting what's best for them. It just means you stop trying to convince them to live a life that, quite frankly, they just don't want to live. We talked about the karma being upon them and how this is actually the purest form of love. You letting them go. You've heard the saying just as I have. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. This is the greatest love of all. So it's not about becoming bitter. It's not like, okay, I'm done with you. I wash my hands. I'm through. It's not about that. It's about your love being purified, being evolved, being cleansed, to be able to love someone perfectly, wholly, and completely, enough to say, I love you. It breaks my heart in a very literal way, metaphorically speaking, of course, but it breaks my heart in terms of my feelings, but I love you enough to let you go. This is the kind of love that we're talking about. And when it comes to their karma and you letting them go, releasing them to God, your love is so pure, it's so clean, it's being refined by this. Just like Christ on the cross, when they were putting him through all of that, he still loved them enough to pray for them. You're still going to be praying for them. Some of you guys have spent years, decades, holding on, hoping on, carrying on, forgiving. And all you've got in return was the knife being pushed in deeper and deeper and turned and twisted, even that much more. When their karma befalls them, and it will, remember the laws of karma are, it's at a certain degrees, water will boil. When it gets hot enough, it's going to start to boil. That's indisputable. When water gets cold enough, nothing can stop it from freezing. It's indisputable. Karma is even that much more indisputable, because water freezing and water boiling, those are physical representations of universal laws. But now we're talking spiritual universal laws. That which a man or a woman plants, that is the same which they will get back. So their karma is coming, guys, and you're going to know, you're going to be reminded how genuine your love is, not in a holier than thou way, not in a judgmental way, but in a very humble, truthful, and universal way. You're going to know that because, again, just like Christ on that cross, when these people get their karma, you're going to find yourself praying for them. You're going to find yourself hurting. You're going to find yourself grieving. You're not going to find yourself in a situation that's what they get. Yep, I warned them, I told them, nanny boo boo, or, hey man, I tried that, so that's all there is. No, that's not the way that's going to go down. Your love is pure. And we've all done wrong things. But there's a difference between doing wrong and being wrong. And I'm not trying to excuse away the wrong things that we've done. We too have shared and tasted and experienced our own karma. But having gone through that and having never surrendered, always trying to become a better person, always trying to grow and learn and evolve to a higher, more greater expression of yourself through this thing that we would call God. That's what separates you from those who went through the fire and just decided, that's what it is. Now they're disgruntled, now they're bitter, now they're retaliatory, now they're committed to the kingdom of darkness. When their karma hits, guys, one of the main things that's going to cause the the hurt for you personally as you watch them grieve and you watch righteous judgment be served by the universe onto them. One of the things that's going to grieve you is the fact that you're going to know in your heart that you tried everything that you could to reach them. You tried everything that you could to explain to them, to get them to realize their need to change their ways. And all the times you tried to share with them, the universal truths and what this thing that we call God has revealed to you. You tried to get them to at least put forth some effort to walk towards this thing that we would call the kingdom of heaven. So when the karma hits, you're going to be hurt because you couldn't reach them no matter how hard you tried. In this holiday season, guys, again, watch the 2 previous chapters. It's important that you really, really get this because, again, some of you guys you're sitting at home alone. Maybe you have a spouse or a child or parent. Those who are walking the path, you guys are struggling to take steps towards his kingdom. You're doing it together. But there's just you two. There's just you 3 or 4 or whatever. But all your aunts and your uncles and the other kids and your siblings and all the friends and all those guys are gathered up somewhere else. They're doing the traditional Thanksgiving or holiday thing. But you've decided in this divine season that, you know what, you'd rather just be with yourself or with that small band of people, that you don't have to look over your shoulder and be on point for every little slick comment or, some of the goofy stuff that they're into. You've decided that that's it. You release them to the Lord. You release them to the path that they so desperately, yet so unhappily are committed to pursuing. It's going to hurt you because you couldn't reach them. It's going to hurt you because you couldn't reach them. But here's a little cheat sheet, guys. Here's something that you need to remember. You were never meant to reach them. I talked in chapter 2 about, hey, if someone's still trying, they're still struggling, they're making a mistake. I don't care if they're making a mistake. 8 a.m., then you can sense that they want to do better. They were trying. They just ain't got there yet. They made that mistake at 8 a.m. Well, you forgive them. You forgave them. You showed love. You prayed for them. You showed compassion and all that things. Well, 9 o'clock, they did the exact same thing. As long as you can sense that they're trying, then it's incumbent upon you to not leave them, to not release them, to not let them go, because you know where you would be had he not stayed true and continued to forgive you. I know where I would be. So just like he has put in the time and the patience and the love and the commitment, knowing that we were trying, now it's our turn. But if they're not trying, and you know the difference, you discern the difference. If they're not trying, the time for you to move on is now. And again, the little cheat sheet is you were never meant to reach them. Everybody that you're meant to reach, you'll reach. Everybody that's supposed to get it, they're going to get it. In terms of them get it, they getting it, they need to make a change, course correction, work on themselves, all these different things. Those that are meant to get it will get it. But some people aren't meant to get it. You were never meant to save them. You were never meant to reach them. I'll share very quickly with you my story. If you guys aren't familiar with it, please watch it. It's on a video that's titled my testimony and disclosure, pardon me. And that's right here on this YouTube channel. If you watch that, give it a thumbs up, share it, all that good stuff, and then also follow it up by watching a separate video titled My Deliverance. But I'll share something with you about that story and how I know that it wasn't meant for you to reach them. It was meant for you to stand and hold a place for them. You hold their place in line for if and when it's meant for them to wake up. If and when it's meant for them to get it. But for now, you're not meant to break through to them. My story, I grew up in piss poor poverty, extremely piss poor poverty. You know, I like to say they got this saying out nowadays where people say they got it out to mud. That would have been like a breakfast buffet where I come from. That would have been like milk and honey to be able to get it out the mud. No, we didn't get it out the mud. We had to get it out of the sewer. Period. But in the midst of that poverty-ridden, drug-infested, crime-riddled neighborhood, gangs, all that kinds of stuff, in the midst of it all, this thing that we will refer to as God blessed me with a mom and a dad. May peace and blessings be upon them that did not play that. They were not about that, not even a little bit. They worked pretty much 7 days a week. We went to church pretty much 7 days a week. I will be brief. Everything from all the sports, basketball, football, you name it, even the chess club, whatever else, boxing, working out, praying, meditation. This is what was a part of our lives 7 days a week. 365 days a year. But when, according to his divine timing, a time came where he caused and or allowed me to head off into the wilderness of mistakes, the wilderness of blunder, the wilderness of darkness. And in that time, my mom and my dad did exactly what you're doing to perhaps your mom and dad, perhaps your kids, perhaps your long-term friends, perhaps your spouse, your brothers, your sisters. That's prayed. She prayed for me. She forgave me. She moved with wisdom, her and my dad. They moved in wisdom. They moved in compassion. They moved in love. They moved in kindness and mercy and discipline. But they couldn't reach me. They couldn't reach me. I was committed to make a long story short, just running the streets and every single thing that came along with running the streets. Again, watch my story, please. Again, titled My Testimony and Disclosure. So I wrapped that up. I put a bow on that just by saying this is how I know that it's not meant for you to reach them. I've been there. My parents couldn't reach me no matter how much they loved me, no matter how patient they were. They've gone on to be with the Lord now. But they continue to hold that space, to hold that place in line that says, hey, when you're ready to get out the gangs, when you're ready to stop doing drugs, when you're ready to stop living a life of crime, and all those different things will be here. This love, this compassion, this mercy, all this will be waiting for you. But they had to release me to the life that I was committed to living, to pursuing. They didn't release me in the sense that they gave up on me. So you're not releasing anybody just to give up on them. You wasn't meant to reach them. You was meant to let them see that this thing that we call God is real. This thing called mercy, this thing called compassion, this thing called faith is real, and it's abiding within you. Ultimately, everything happened because it needed to happen to awaken you. Just like everything that I went through. I got moments, I got tons and tons of moments that I'm not proud of, not even a little bit proud of. But if that's what it took, if I could go back, and the only way for me to learn and grow and to get to where I am now in his kingdom, in here, if that's what I had to go through again, then I would go through it again. If that was the only way to arrive here, to arrive and awaken to the fact that, okay, hold on a second. I've always had a clean heart. I was a clean-hearted person participating in darkness. That's never who I was. That's never who you were, even though we've all made mistakes. So keep that in mind again as you sit back in reflection and introspection. Don't beat yourself up. It's going to be hurt. It's going to be hurtful because, again, you care about these people. You're going to always care about these people. But know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Know that their karma is going to be brutal. Know that it's irreversible and unavoidable. I mentioned at the close of chapter 2 also that the reason why it's going to be more brutal for them is because he gave them plenty of time and plenty of warning. The guy at the gas station, the person that works with you in the cubicle, works with you at work, in the workplace. The guy or the girl at the stop sign that just lashes out at you because your energy is different. They may or may not know, but they certainly don't know the intimacies when it comes to who you are. They can sense it, they can feel it, it may have been revealed to them, but your friends and your family members, those who are on the front line of your haters, those who are moving consistently, determinedly against you, those are the ones that he gave plenty of warning to, that he revealed to them time and time again that you belong to him. They've known. The guy, the girl, the jerk at the candy store, ball game, they may sense it, they may know it, but they haven't been getting that repeated warning. Hey, stand back. Hey, he belongs to me. This is what this thing that we call God has been revealing to them all along. And this is why their karma will be a lot more brutal than just what we would say the average Joe. So keep that in mind, and as you go through this holiday season, guys, listen, I'm going to make a chapter 4, but I am committed to getting this done so long as he would have me to, getting this done in the next chapter. But know that it's meant to be. It's meant to be. When you accept that, when you kind of just let it burn. Remember, the phoenix rises from the ashes. Ashes only develop when something is finished burning. Maybe a tree burning down. It may be still on fire. But when you see those ashes at the bottom, even though the tree is on fire, That's the part of the tree, the part of the branches and the leaves where it's been totally consumed. There's nothing left in that part of it to burn. So it's ashes. And ultimately, the entire tree burns down and become ashes. You have to let it all burn because the phoenix rises from the ashes. Continue to move in discernment. It's not complicated, not even a little bit now, because of where you are in his divine timing. You just know this people, this brother or sister or best friend, they're trying. I sense that. They're making mistake after mistake, after blunder, just as I did, just as you did. But he never gave up on you. So never give up on them. But it's easy to discern. It's easy to distinguish that brother or sister or best friend or whatever from that brother or sister or best friend or whatever. Because that brother and sister, best friend or whatever, is committed to ignorance. They're committed to intentionally, even like mock you, like, the moment you forgive them, the moment they get charged off of that and start saying, yeah, he's a lame. Yeah, she's a lame. Yeah, she's a fool. He's a fool. Because they keep forgiving me and I keep doing the same thing. And that's on them. They should be smarter or tougher. Whatever the case may be, that person, those people are the people now that you have officially released to the Lord and released into that, again, that dark path that they so unhappily yet so committedly aspire to. That's what I got for you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Remember, enjoy your holiday season. When you embrace the truth, there's nothing you can't do. When your heart is in the right, when you embrace the truth, let me be clear. I may have muffled that a little bit, but when you embrace the truth, there's nothing that you can't do. When your heart is in the right place, there's nothing you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot be. There's nothing you cannot become. There's nothing you cannot overcome. When your heart is in the right place. So if it's just you alone, enjoy that quiet time. Treat yourself to a nice breakfast in bed. Make yourself breakfast in bed. Enjoy that day. Just get quiet. Take yourself out to lunch or dinner, or those couple of people that may be in your circle who are walking this path with you. And relax in the fact that when you embrace the truth, there's nothing you can't do. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to see you guys in the next chapter. I love you all. If you'd like some information about the ministry, please watch at least chapter 1 on this series or any other video that's been posted within the last 2 or 3 years. To get some information about what this ministry is all about, you can do that. That's what I got for you guys. I'm going to see you guys in the next chapter. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. The Cash App link is in the description box below. The email address is in the description box below. If you have any follow-up questions, if you like dialogue and or discourse, hit me up. That's what I got for you guys, but I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Yes, I am Brother Minister Mongoose, and yes, I will holla back. Peace.